A boy who, by speaking or thinking the magic word Shazam, can transform himself into a costumed adult with the powers of superhuman strength, speed, flight, and other abilities. Any guess who it is? But why am I making you guess it when you already saw the title, huh?
Shazam!
I personally never thought that our Evo house would grow and start flourishing, but your love and support made possible what we dreamt of. And continuing that trend of going through the evolution of various superheroes, today we are here with Shazam. So welcome back to Evo Chronicles, where we showcase the evolution of movies, video games, and characters. And in this video, we're going to see the evolution of Shazam. Now, when we talk about this particular character, what comes into our mind is its appearance in American comic books originally published by Fawcett Comics, and currently published by DC Comics, which poured life into superheroes. Based on comic book sales, Captain Marvel was the most popular superhero of the 1940s, outselling even Superman. It came into life when the character hit the big screen and swiped away all its fans in one go. Captain Marvel was the first comic book superhero to be adapted to film in a 1941 Republic Pictures serial, Adventures of Captain Marvel, with Tom Tyler as Captain Marvel and Frank Coghlan Jr. as Billy Batson. So let's begin with the first ever release. Adventures of Captain Marvel, 1941. Adventures of Captain Marvel is a 1941 12-chapter film serial. Billy Batson becomes Captain Marvel and fights the Scorpion. The serial featured an adaptation of the Fawcett Comics superhero, placed within an original story in which he fights a mysterious masked criminal mastermind called the Scorpion, who is determined to gain total control of a magical gold scorpion figurine. It's actually a disguised optical weapon of incredible power. To protect a magic talisman from being used for evil, a teenage boy named Billy Batson is given the power to become an adult superhero, Captain Marvel, with a single magic word.
Shazam!
The archaeologists realize that they found a powerful weapon of unknown origins. The lenses are divided among the members of the group to ensure that none of them may operate the weapon on his own. Following the expedition's return to the United States, a mysterious supervillain starts operating. He is codenamed Scorpion, and he steals the idol after which he's named. Scorpion then starts locating and killing various members of the expedition in order to recover the various lenses. Captain Marvel repeatedly fails to stop the Scorpion, but soon notices that the Scorpion seems informed of everything discussed in meetings between the surviving members of the expedition. Marvel deduces that one of the expedition's members is a traitor and is using the Scorpion identity to eliminate his former allies. Scorpion steals the missing lens and finds out the secret identity of Captain Marvel. He kidnaps Billy Batson, but does not realize how the boy's shape-shifting powers work.
Yeah, I'll not only tell you how, I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Batson transforms into Marvel while in captivity and then unmasks the Scorpion. The villain is soon after eliminated by a Siamese native who knows how to operate the idol properly. Marvel is convinced that the idol has a corrupting influence and that more villains could follow on the Scorpion's footpath. So he throws the idol and all of its lenses inside of an active volcano, where they're destroyed by the molten lava. Captain Marvel has completed his mission, and Shazam quickly depowers him. Billy Batson is free to return to civilized life. This was the beginning where people embraced the characters, and soon Captain Marvel made his place in people's hearts. The next presence on the big screen took decades, but was finally out in the year 2019. The 2019 New Line Cinema Warner Brothers film Shazam, an entry in the DC Extended Universe, stars Zachary Levi as Shazam and Asher Angel as Billy Batson. The film was directed by David F. Sandberg from a screenplay by Henry Gayden and a story by Gayden and Darren Lemke. Shazam, 2019. A newly fostered young boy in search of his mother instead finds unexpected superpowers and soon gains a powerful enemy. In the winter of 1974, in upstate New York, a young Thaddeus Tivana is in a car with his older brother and father while playing with his magic 8-ball. As his father and brother mess around with him, Thaddeus is mysteriously transported to a strange cave. There, he meets a wizard named Shazam, who introduces him to the 7 deadly sins: lust, sloth, pride, wrath, gluttony, greed, and envy. The wizard informs him that he is in search of a pure of heart champion. The boy is tempted by the sins, attempts to touch a magical ball, and is sent back to the car from which he was transported. The boy causes a commotion, and the resulting fuss causes the father to crash, injuring their father on ice. The Magic 8-Ball reads, "Find me." A few years before the modern day, Billy is at a carnival with his mother, who plays darts in vain to get a tiger.
I want the tiger.
Afterwards, Billy loses a pendant ball he has and chases after it, separating from his mother. Lost, he's picked up by police who get him to a foster home.
Yeah, he says it's Billy Batson.
In present-day Philadelphia, Billy Batson lures and traps police officers into a pawn shop, using their computers in hopes of searching the address of his long-lost mother. Traveling, he is disappointed. He is found and brought to a social services worker who puts him with the Vasquez family and the other siblings, Eugene, Darla, Pedro, Mary, and Freddie. He finds himself selected by the wizard Shazam to be his new champion. Now endowed with the ability to instantly become an adult superhero by speaking the wizard's name,
Shazam?
Billy gleefully explores his new powers with Freddie. Billy soon learns that he has a deadly enemy, Dr. Thaddeus Sivana, who was previously rejected by the wizard.
You will never be worthy.
And has accepted the power of the 7 deadly sins instead. Sivana and the sins attack the carnival, shooting at a Ferris wheel, almost tipping over. Sivana and Shazam fight all around the carnival. Getting a hold of the wizard's stick, Shazam and his family yell his name, Shazam! Transmit his power to his family, transforming them into the Shazam family, each an adult superhero. Each fighting one sin, Shazam engages with Sivana while flying through skyscrapers. Shazam and Sivana end up on a rooftop, and Shazam goads the one deadly sin who remained, envy.
And it's not weak, worthless, ugly envy.
It rips itself out from Sivana's eye, and Shazam yells, "Shazam!" hurting him.
Shazam!
Sivana is knocked off the roof, now mortal. Shazam grabs Sivana and drags him to the carnival, ripping the magical eye out. Back at the foster home, everyone is returned to their original form and are watching a newscast of the carnival instance, with Santa Claus describing the event. The Foster family all talk and laugh, and Billy finally feels happy and safe, accepting a family. At school, Freddie sits down at lunch, and the entire table leaves, so all his siblings come and sit next to him. The bullies show up and ask if he's still friends with Red Cyclone. The champion superhero shows up and tells the school how Freddie showed him everything it means to be a superhero, and that he also brought another friend.
I invited another friend. I hope that's okay.
Superman. Freddie is stunned. In the mid-credits scene, Sivana is in a prison cell in Rock Falls Penitentiary, doodling the symbols all over the wall until he's interrupted by Mr. Mind, who tells him of the pillars of evil that will come together and the 7 realms of magic will be under their control. In a post-credits scene, Billy is shown trying to talk to fish like Aquaman.
Don't beat yourself up, buddy. You're gonna find someone. Yeah, I'm sure. Because there's plenty of fish in the sea.
A sequel to Shazam began development shortly after that film's release on April 29, with Gaiden returning as the writer. Sandberg and Levi, Shazam, were also set to return. The sequel, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, is set for release on December 21st, 2022. It'll be interesting to see how the storylines go on from here, but I'm pretty much sure that you too are excited for its release. So that's all for today's video. Do you have any clue what the next movie will look like? Well, whatever your thoughts are, just make sure you let us know, as we would be happy to hear from you. Stay connected until we bring you another superhero evolution.
I'm an idiot.